Congrats on your newborn. It's one of the happiest milestones in life. But let's be real, it also comes with new responsibilities, especially financial ones. And one of the most important questions new parents face is, what insurance does my baby need in Singapore? In this video, I'll walk you through the essential baby insurance policies, explain why they matter, and share tips on how to prioritize them without stretching your budget. Hi, I'm Fer from Dollar Bureau, a personal finance platform that talks about insurance, investments, and financial planning. Let's start by breaking down the different types of baby insurance you should know about. Firstly, health insurance, more specifically integrated shield plans. From the moment your child is born, they are covered under MediShield Life. That's Singapore's basic health insurance, which protects against large hospital bills at lower class wards in public hospitals. But MediShield Life is just that. Basic. It won't cover everything and it won't give you access to private care. That's why most parents upgrade their child's insurance with an integrated shield plan. This expands coverage to private hospitals and even higher class wards in public hospitals. It also covers pre- and post-hospitalization expenses, which is a big deal because those follow-up consultations, scans, and medications often cost more than the stay itself. Here's a practical tip. Sign your baby up for a shield plan as early as possible. Hospitalization costs in Singapore can be eye-watering, and this policy ensures you have the freedom to choose the best care without panicking about bills. But hospital bills are just one part of the picture. Let's talk about another risk that parents still often overlook: serious illnesses. So number 2 is critical illness insurance. Critical illness, or CI, covers kick in when your child is diagnosed with a major illness like cancer or leukemia. It pays out a lump sum, and here's the important part: that cash is flexible. You can use it for treatments that aren't fully covered, or alternative therapies, for transport, or even to take time off work so you can be there for your child. The earlier you buy CI insurance, the cheaper it is. Plus, newborns are usually healthy, so there's less chance of exclusions for pre-existing conditions. That means you lock in broader coverage from the very start. Here's a practical tip: don't just rely on hospitalization coverage. Think about how your family would cope financially if one parent had to stop working to care for your child. CI insurance is that extra layer of security. But not every risk is a major illness, and parents know that kids are bundles of energy, which means bumps, bruises, and the occasional clinic visit. That's where the next policy kicks in. And that is the personal accident insurance. This is one of the most practical and affordable types of insurance for kids. Personal accident policies cover injuries from falls, cuts, or accidents that don't require hospitalization. Many also cover common infectious diseases in Singapore like dengue and HFMD, which parents know can happen out of nowhere. Think of it as your gap filler policy. It helps with outpatient clinic bills that aren't covered under health insurance. For example, if your toddler sprains their ankle at the playground, a shield plan won't cover the clinic visit, but a PA plan will. Another practical tip: get this early. It's low cost and it saves you from dipping into your savings for every little mishap. Now that we've covered the short-term risk, let's zoom out and talk about the policies that secure your child's future for the long run, which is whole life insurance. Whole life insurance does two things. First, it provides lifelong coverage. Second, it builds cash value over time. That means your child has a pool of money that they can tap to for later on, such as education, starting a business, or even buying a home. Here's where it gets even smarter: a premium waiver rider. If something happens to you, like critical illness, disability, or even death, the insurer continues paying for the policy, which means your child is still covered. The cash value keeps growing, and you don't have to worry about funding it anymore. Here's a practical tip: if you can afford it, consider starting a whole life plan when your baby is young. It's cheaper, locks in insurability, and builds long-term financial security. And if you're still expecting, there's one more policy you should know about: maternity insurance. This policy is designed for pregnancy-related complications and newborn health issues. It covers things like congenital conditions like cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, and even neonatal ICU stays if your baby needs intensive care. The bonus: some maternity policies can be converted into whole life plans for your baby after birth. Certain policies also offer a guaranteed issuance of a shield plan for your newborn. That means that you don't have to go through another round of applications, worry about not being able to insure your baby, and you may even get better terms at a lower premium. Another practical tip: if you're planning for a baby, look into maternity insurance as early as the eligible window allows, and that is usually 13 weeks. It protects both mother and child and gives you a smoother path to long-term cover. So now that we've covered the what, let's cover the why. The first benefit is simple: lower premiums. Insurers see a healthy newborn as low risk. That means cheaper rates which stay locked in as your child grows. Over the years, this can save you a lot of money. The second benefit is avoiding exclusions. If you wait until later and health issues crop up, insurers can exclude those conditions or even charge you more. Buying early gives your child a wider, more reliable coverage. Think of it like reserving a table at a restaurant before it's fully booked. The earlier you do it, the better the options. Of course, another practical tip: don't delay. Even if you can't afford every policy at once, start with the essentials like a shield plan and a PA plan. Then layer the rest on as your budget allows. But before you rush in to buy baby insurance, here's one thing most parents don't realize. You need to protect yourself first. Make sure to get yourself insurance before your baby. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's true. Your own insurance is the foundation of your family's financial safety net. Think about it. If something happens to you, your insurance ensures the family can continue paying bills, debts, and even your child's education. Without it, baby insurance alone is not enough. So, here are the essentials every parent should have. Number one, life insurance. So your family has a lump sum if you're gone. Health insurance. So your own medical bills don't drain the family's savings. 3. Critical illness cover to replace your income while you undergo treatment. 4. Disability income insurance, so your household expenses are still covered if you can't work long term. Here's another practical tip: calculate your coverage needs instead of guessing. Our financial toolkit, for example, has calculators for life and CI cover, so you know exactly how much protection you should have. I've linked to it in the description below. Once you're covered, then it makes sense to add insurance for your baby. That way, you're building on a secure base. At the end of the day, baby insurance is about peace of mind. Integrated shield plans make hospital bills manageable. CI cover gives you breathing room in a crisis. PA plans help with the everyday mishaps. Whole life insurance builds lifelong protection and savings. And maternity insurance protects both mother and baby from the very beginning. The earlier you start, the cheaper and more comprehensive the coverage. But remember, it's not about buying every single policy. It's about choosing the right mix that fits into your family's needs and, of course, your family's budget. One last practical tip before I go: review your policies every year or two. As your child grows, their needs change, and so should your coverage. If you want to learn more about baby insurance in Singapore, you can speak with one of our financial advisors. I'll include the link in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical finance tips. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.